Funny story, you guys. I completely forgot that today was the last day of the month. I thought I had like 2 more days. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing these recaps next year. I think I'm just gonna do like my favorite books and I'll split it into a couple different parts because I know I'm gonna do my favorite books of this year. But without further ado, here's what I read in November. October was a really short month for reading, I should say. I did not have a lot of extra time to read, and this month has been absolutely crazy. If you watched my most recent vlogs, you'll know. Definitely had a lot of changes in my personal life lately, but I have had some more time to read, and also I've been making more of an effort to read because I kind of have somewhat of a schedule down now. But the first thing I read, or I should say listened to, was Prisoner of Azkaban. I am slowly but surely getting through the Harry Potter series for the 3rd time. I love it so much. Yeah, I have nothing but great things to say about Harry Potter. My favorite book will still forever be, my favorite Harry Potter book, I should say, will still forever be The Chamber of Secrets, but yeah, 5 stars to Prisoner of Azkaban. And then I finally read The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I was weary going into this, like everybody loves Ashley Poston, everyone's recommending her books, so of course I'm gonna read them. But The 7-Year Slip was just okay to me, so I was really worried about this book, but I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Normally I don't like when books take the supernatural route, but this one did a pretty good job with it. Yeah, a shocking 4 stars. Then I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and he is a hit or miss. I think I've loved 2 of his books. I loved Survive the Night, and The Only One Left is my absolute, like, it is in my top 5 favorite books of all time. But some of his books are just okay, and this one was just okay. I gave it 4 stars, but it's kind of a low 4 stars. It ended up better than it started. It was definitely a slow read, and once you're over halfway in, it gets a lot better, but if you don't like slower paced books, this would not be for you. Then I listened to Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood, and you know, I think I really only enjoyed 2 of her books. It was a short listen to on audio. It's only available on audio. I gave it 3 stars. Nothing really great to talk about here. They're all the same. All of her books are the same. The only one that was remotely different was the chess book, and that's why it's my favorite of hers. Then I listened to Goblet of Fire, 5 stars. Because there's so much that happens in that book. It's the 2nd longest book of the series. Order of the Phoenix is just a little bit longer, and it's the shortest movie. There's literally so much that happens. A lot of Voldemort's backstory is in it, and I, to this day, cannot fathom why the movies didn't take more time with Goblet of Fire to, you know, show more of what happened. I think it was with the director changing, because like they spent more time on the Yule Ball than anything else, and the Yule Ball was maybe 1 chapter or 2 chapters in the book. And then finally I read Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. I read The Return by her and I didn't love it, but Taylor recommended it for me. 3 stars. I almost DNF'd it, but it was fast paced, so I was able to get through it. It is about a girl who is a devil worshiper. Not my thing, not against it by any means. Like, you do your thing, you know what I mean? But a lot of people would probably not want to read this book. But yeah, I don't think I really like her as an author. I just, like, the whole time I'm just like, because as a Jew, you know, I don't really believe in hell. So it's like hell. Not my favorite. Yeah, I don't know. And then finally we're breezing through Abby Jimenez now, Life's Too Short. This is one of her first books, like in that first series. Loved it. I was trying not to cry at the end because I was in the car with my dad, but I wanted to cry at the end. She's sick in this one. She thinks she's gonna die. He's like, I'm not gonna fall in love. I'm not gonna fall in love. Actually, wait, yes I am. She writes the boys to be so sweet. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And yeah, I can't wait to read another one. We have these 2, and I know The Worst Wingman Ever is out there, but what do I read next? Do I read the debut or do I read the Friend Zone? This one's a little bit longer. I don't know. I mean, I would finish both of them in 1 sitting anyways, so just what do I read next? And then as of a few minutes ago, I got done with The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak, and he does it again. Another, as Faith would say, another fucked up one. I literally was like, hey, did you hear he's writing another one? And she goes, I'll wait till he writes another fucked up one. Faith, you're gonna love this book. It's absolutely crazy. Like I said, I don't love when books go the supernatural route, but in, no, am I mixing up my books here? I think I'm mixing up my books here. Yes, I'm mixing up my books here because I wanted to say I'm the Only One Left by Riley Sager, but this is a different author. In Hidden Pictures, which I don't have the physical copy of, I listened to it, so I have not actually seen all the drawings and stuff. It takes a supernatural route, and I like to say I hate when it does that, but that was the one book where I'm like, actually, you know what? I'm obsessed. It's definitely one of my favorite thrillers of all time. This, though, is pretty good. It will not be Hidden Pictures, but so cool, so interesting. Didn't know if I was gonna love it. I really liked it. So my goals for December are going to be trying to finish up some book of the months. I did an audiobook this month because, you know, I was like, let's, you know, not have 10 more books this month. So I got an audiobook this month, my first audiobook on Goodreads, because I was trying Goodreads on book of the month because I was trying to figure out how to do it and I could never figure it out, and then I clicked audiobook and it wouldn't even let me send myself a package. So that's what we're going with this month, and honestly, less is more because I have too many to read. I plan on reading the rest of my Lynn Painters that I have. We've got Nothing Like the Movies, which is the sequel to Better Than the Movies, which was my least favorite of hers. But we also have Happily Never After, so I want to get to that, and that was one of my book of the months as well. And then I want to finish the last TJR book that I have. I don't have Evidence of the Affair, I realize that. I want to finish Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, because then I will, I believe, and I'll correct myself if I'm wrong next month, because I usually end up being wrong. That's the last book of his I have to read, and Faith's in the middle of that right now. I'm trying to think. Maybe finish my Abby Jimenez's, but, you know, that's assuming I don't have a full-time job yet, because that's a lot of reading. But I hope to see y'all in December.